women's 115-pounders for you now. Emma Murray versus Crystal Von Veek.
Very similar on all accounts. Both girls 5'2". One is reach advantage for Van Veek, but not much difference. Maybe fist size, not too much different.
Fight fans of Atlanta, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 two-minute rounds in the women's strawweight division. Presented to you by Forged Irish Stout. Not here to take part, here to take over. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight she wears red and black. She stands 5 feet 2 inches tall. Her official weight, 116.2 pounds. Her BKFC record stands at 1 victory opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Lake Wylie, North Carolina by way of Cape Town, South Africa. Here is Crystal, the lovely Von Veek. And across the ring, her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight she wears black and red. She stands 5 feet 2 inches tall. Her official weight, 116.1 pounds. Tonight, she makes her BKFC debut. Fighting out of Columbus, Georgia, here is Emma E.C.E. Murray. And our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata.
Emma Murray told us, I know Crystal Von Veek will be extremely aggressive. I have to stay composed. Both fighters after scratch, round number 1. To the surprise of no one, including Emma Murray. Fast start off from scratch for the South African Crystal Von Veek. Black trunks with the red trim. Red trunks, black trim for Emma Murray. There's the right hand and the left hook from Murray. That was clean.
And I think a lot of these punches are going to be landing. They're going to have a huge percentage. They're going to walk immediately.
High volume from Von Veek. High volume in reply from Murray. There's the left hand through from the 20-year-old American Emma Murray. Left hand, right hand, left hand. Now Von Veek snatching the half-time plug. There's the separation from Dan Mergliata.
And I don't see either one of these ladies taking a step backwards.
Left hand, clean right hand again from Murray. Overhand left just off the mark from Emma Murray. Von Veek straight with the jab, then the 2. Clean 2, short and sharp from Crystal Von Veek. Left hook and reply for Emma Murray. Back and forth we go, round number 1. The jab. More pressure now. That uppercut nearly there. There's the right hand and reply from Murray.
And these straight punches from Von Veek, they're doing good, but it's open these wild overhand looping shots by Murray.
50 seconds remaining in round number 1. We thought this would be a fun fight. It's a really fun fight thus far. We know that Crystal Von Veek incapable of a boring fight. I feel the same now for Emma Murray. 1 round into her BKFC debut. Left hand, right hand. There's the overhand left from Emma Murray.
Here's the thing, Sean. We know Von Veek can do this for 5 rounds. Can Murray? We don't know that.
And this under both eyes on the face of Emma Murray. Coming forward again, right hand off the mark to the body from Emma Murray, aiming for the sternum. Right hand, left hand from Von Veek. Von Veek now circling out. Murray in the center circle. See with that right hand. You just heard the 10-second clack. Laid here in round number 1. Women's 115-pounders. Emma Murray versus Crystal Von Veek. The bell, we move to round 2.
Okay, ladies, start the coach was telling her the right thing.
Ready? Buckle up. Round number 2. And immediately forward off from scratch comes Crystal Von Veek. Long jab and reply from Murray. 1-2, the right hand. And right off the mark from Von Veek. The jab from Crystal Von Veek. With the left hand, right hand. There's a nice left hand getting through from Murray. Didn't fully turn it over, but it landed.
And Sean, this is a fight where both fighters are able to do what they said they wanted to. It's just who's going to win out.
Murray starting to land that overhand lead left, Chris. She's timing those entries of Crystal Von Veek. There's the double right hand entry of Von Veek. 15 remaining round 2.
See, Murray's just waiting to throw that overhand looping left.
Overhand left again from Emma Murray. She's starting to find that punch here in round 2.
And that's what she needs to do, what she just showed. She has to throw that left hook, but throw that straight right immediately afterwards.
Straight punches from Von Veek in reply.
No matter how many punches Von Veek gets hit with, she just keeps coming forward and applying pressure.
There's the left hand. Big overhand left from Emma Murray.
And Von Vake just smiled at her.
Von Vake resetting now, coming forward right to the body. This is a very even fight. Shuffle step, lateral movement from Crystal Von Vake. Murray continues to hold center circle. 30 seconds remaining, round 2. And left, not there for Murray. Return. Through from Von Vake. Jab again. Thin the overhand. Murray very clever in quick twist with that overhand left.
And that's been her punch that's landed very often. That left hand is doing the most damage.
There's the fast jab right back from Von Vake. That punch is there for her in this fight. The bell, we're through 2 rounds.
A little bit more of the handiwork from Murray. Just continuing to throw and land that left hook. One of the better left hands landing right towards the end of the round. But Van Vake is just walking through. Von Vake does not seem to mind when she gets hit with those shots.
Both fighters up to scratch, 3 feet apart.
Ready, buckle up.
Bergliana starts round number 3. She's done, and all 3 rounds now of this fight. Immediately forward off from scratch comes Crystal Von Vake.
I did hear the corner from Murray say they want some more right hands to the body. Let's see if he listens.
The right to the body on cue.
You gotta like it when a fighter listens to the corner.
The jab. Right hand just off the mark, the downward 2 from Von Vake. Murray immediately targeting the body of Crystal Von Vake here in the 3rd round. Clever right hand landed to the body from Von Vake. Left hand getting through from Murray, that was long. Some swelling under both eyes of Murray. With Murray and Von Vake's faces, they're relatively clean at this stage in the fight.
Especially for how many punches have been landed.
60 seconds remaining, round number 3 as we're across the halfway line of this strawweight bout. Overhand right. Murray's been landing the overhand left, now landed that overhand right. Von Vake to the double jab. We talked about that sequence a lot at our fighter meeting. Doubling the jab, tripling the jab. 2, 3, 4 punch combinations.
And as you get a little bit more tired, it's more difficult to listen to the coaches. So I haven't seen Murray throwing too many right hands to the body as this round goes on.
Von Vake coming through. Slight swelling now under the right eye of Crystal Von Vake. Check left hook. Getting late here in round number 3 with 20 seconds remaining in the 3rd round. The right uppercut nearly getting through from Von Vake. Long jab from Murray. Von Vake resetting off the hook jab. There's the right hand. Overhand left, that lands again for Emma Murray. That is her most effective punch in this fight. She lands it one more time. The bell, we move to round 4.
These people have worked out with him. These people dedicate their time. He's open for them to come in and corner these fighters.
Round number 4, Emma Murray versus Crystal Von Vake. 3 very close rounds. There's the straight right hand getting through from Von Vake. That punch has been there for her. Straight right hand again. And getting through from Murray. Big turn. Coming forward through the center circle, Crystal Von Vake. Largely throughout this fight, though, it's been Emma Murray holding in the center circle, turning, pivoting. Von Vake moving from the outside.
Von Vake does a great job when she comes in and lands combinations. She just keeps getting caught every now and then with that overhand left.
There's the straight 2 again from Von Vake. Von Vake trying to lead audaciously with the rear right uppercut. Left hand, right hand. 65 seconds remaining, round 4.
And Sean, that's what makes it difficult when you have a lot of looping overhand rights and overhand lefts. When they finally throw one straight, it tends to land.
That right hand getting through from Emma Murray. Von Vake taking that exceedingly well, walking through that clean punch. Ever so slightly, Crystal Von Vake turning up the temperature here in round number 4. A bit more aggressive is the South African Von Vake in her movement. Murray pulling back that overhand left. Punches continue to be there for Murray. There's the overhand right. 30 seconds remaining, round 4. Von Vake nearly threw that rear right uppercut. We're swelling now under Von Vake's right eye. Another fighter cut.
So there's been very little clinching. Either one of these fighters, they love what they're doing. They're landing shots. They don't need to get in and not throw punches. They just want to throw the entire time.
There's the right hand. There's the first cut. You see Von Vake cut, corner of her left eye. Overhand left. The bell, we move to the 5th and final round.
Keep your hands up. How you feel? I know you are. Hey, look, stay active, okay? And we're gonna be fine. Hey, all you have to do is bomb and throw the 3. Don't lunge in. Bend your knee and throw the 3. Short. It doesn't have to be extended. Short 3, follow with the 2. 32 or left. 32 or left. Hell, if you wanted to, all you gotta do is throw 3s and 2s. Listen to me. You see that V right there on her chest? I want you to fuck that. When you throw the straights, aim at her throat. Just go there in the chin. Hey, listen to me. Look in your eyes. You're gonna throw your straights at the throat. She does not move her head.
Jabs hitting cut man, McPherson. This is that cut in the corner of Crystal Von Vake.
Corners out.
Are you ready for the 5th and final?
The words of our colleague Brian Sosha, 5th and final round. Emma Murray versus Crystal Von Vake. 5th round underway. Straight punches left hand from Murray.
I mean, Von Vake, as usual, just comes forward. Doesn't seem to bother her at all.
Von Vake off the double jab, then the 2. Double jab again. Again, there's that left hand from Murray. Chris, at this point in the fight, and it is exceedingly close for me, it's been the overhand left, lead overhand left of Murray, and the double jab of Crystal Von Vake. Just like that on cue. And left not there.
Well, unfortunately, Murray just kind of abandoned that right hand to the body that worked well in that 3rd round.
Let it hang out. Let's go. 1 minute.
Good pressure now from Von Vake. Murray resetting. There's Von Vake coming through the center circle. We're pointing this fight when we see Murray on the outside. And Murray reestablishing in the center circle. Back to the outside, Crystal Von Vake. The fighters coming in. Deeper swelling now under Von Vake's right eye.
Looks like Von Vake's color really starting to show in this last round. Continue to push the pace. Murray's a little bit more tired than the opponent.
45 seconds remaining in this fight. It has been high quality to this point. Overhand left. Overhand left again. Short right uppercut getting through from Von Vake. Jab. He's still trying to time the overhand left. Von Vake trying to time the 2. There's the overhand right from Emma Murray. Overhand left off the mark. 20 seconds remaining. Von Vake coming forward again. There's the right hand in the counter from Emma Murray.
10 seconds, ladies.
Second crack. Von Vake almost running forward now to the pocket. There's the counter right hand from Murray. Von Vake shakes her head no. Comes forward the bell. The end of a really entertaining fight.
I mean, and Von Vake is an absolute animal. Every punch she got hit with, every powerful shot, she just looked up and smiled and came forward. That's a scary fighter. When you land your hardest shot and they look at you and laugh, that really takes it out of you as a fighter.
Sorry.
Chris, I've commentated Crystal Von Vake in pro Muay Thai and pro boxing, and of course now all 3 of her fights in BKFC.
Just a little couple of cuts.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the decision, let's have a round of applause for these 2 warriors. After completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges at ringside are all in agreement at 48-47 to the winner by unanimous decision. Crystal, the lovely Von Vake.
Kind of expected a split decision in this fight. Great job for Von Vake. Volume, she threw so many more punches. I think that's what won her the fight, Sean.
3 rounds to 2 across the board from the 3 judges from Georgia's scorecard. 5 exceedingly close rounds, well fought, hard fought from both women. The winner by way of unanimous decision, Crystal Von Vink defeats Emma Murray.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Why settle for average when you can have it all? Step into your local GNC and grab the full lineup. And get bucked up products like pre-workouts, lightly carbonated protein, energy drinks, gummies, and so much more. Every product, every flavor. Whatever your goal, GNC has the fuel. Stock up and get bucked up at GNC nationwide.
McClain versus Mauller. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
Very strange one here, Sean, from the tail of the tape. McClain 6 in height advantage. However, Mauller, he has a 1-inch reach advantage.
Hello, hello, hello! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tingley Coliseum, to the most exciting combat sport in the entire world, where one punch can change everything. Welcome to BKFC 75! We are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the middleweight division, presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, an even 174 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 8 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Crooksville, Ohio, here is Skyler Mauller. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears green and gold. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. His official weight, 173.2 pounds. Tonight he toes the line for the second time. Fighting out of Rio Rancho, Mexico, here is Irish Brian McClain. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Skyler Mauller, and yes, Mauller is his real last name. That is not a ring name. Said, I have to make this an inside fight. Keep flowing mid-range to pocket and back. Round number 1, literally running forward to the inside is Skyler Mauller. He's in the black trunks. Green trunks for Brian McClain. Mauller to the inside. Big swings forward. Left hook from McClain. Hard overhand right. Left hook. Both fighters throwing big in the pocket. Right uppercuts getting through from half tie pump from Skyler Mauller. To the canvas goes McClain and rolled a slip immediately by Andrew Glenn.
And I like what Mauller's doing at this point. He's just got to be careful not to punch himself out. Getting too tired if he throws too hard too often.
Mauller said he would be southpaw if he felt McClain was a passive fighter. He lands a very aggressive right hand. Flat on his back goes Brian McClain. Here's the count from Andrew Glenn. The count is over, and the win in dominant fashion in his BKFC debut for Skyler Mauller.
Didn't punch himself out because he landed that big right hand. That was his gameplay, coming out the entire time, throwing hard shots. Was all over his opponent. Like I said, that's great if it works. You have to be careful if it doesn't. Have to have that second gear to slow it down, turn it into a different style fight, but it doesn't matter when it works. It works beautifully.
Skyler Mauller was emphatic In our fighter meeting, he said, I cannot allow Bryant McClain to use his clean technical boxing and control from the outside. I have to make this an inside fight, mid-range and pocket, and throw hard on the inside. Indeed, he did.
Right from the beginning, coming inside, throwing hard shots. Look at that overhand right, look at the body, then came upstairs. All it takes is Barrett knuckle. One good clean shot.
I love all of you.
See how that chin turned.
I love you too, man, for coming out here with me.
The one you don't see is the one that does the damage. If you have time to see it, you can brace. You didn't see that punch coming.
Our crafted replay presented by Forged Irish Stout.
Sean, we're having a couple guys get slept today. The way they fall, their head bouncing off the cans because they're just out of it, getting slept.
Hey, all those years of slap.
Dr. Don Mucci, immediate past president of the Association of Ringside Physicians and our chief medical officer for Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Safety always first in this very often rugged combat sport of bare knuckle fighting. Big smile from Skyler Mauller, victorious in his BKFC debut. Again, Brian McClain is a very accomplished pro boxer, 15 pro bouts in total in boxing. This was his second fight in BKFC. McClain knew he wanted time, he wanted space. He did not want Mauller to control on the inside, but that's exactly what Skyler Mauller did.
We talk about that excellent boxing, but once again, Sean, this ain't boxing. This is bare knuckle, totally different animal. Aggressiveness is paid off, but it can also be very dangerous. If you come in too aggressive and you get countered, you're going to get dropped yourself. But that was just a fantastic start for Mauller, and he earned that name. He is a Mauller.
Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, steps in calling a stop to the fight at 43 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Skyler Mauller.
All right, standing by here with your winner, Skyler Mauller, man. What a debut here in the BKFC. And, you know, during that fight, you just kept looking for that right hand. You landed it, putting him on the ground. Talk about how you finished that fight.
Well, when we first separated that first time, he got a clean shot on my temple. Like, well, that hurt. My turn to give it back. I got him back with the adrenaline and the anger. I put him out. I tell you what, if I took another one of those shots, I might have been the one out. It's any man's game in this sport.
So you got that first fight under your belt now, and you obviously have one of the coolest names for a fighter, Skyler Mauller. You were made for this game. Going forward, man, how do you think this career is going to go, man? Are you excited to get back in here and do it again?
I want to be back here next week. I'll fight again tonight if I could. I love this. This is the hardest weight cut I've ever done. In 3 weeks, I went from 200 to 175, and this is the best I have ever felt in my life, and I'm maintaining it.
Well, you look fantastic. We can't wait to have you back one more time here in Albuquerque for Skyler Mauller.
And Sean, you have to love this guy earning that name. He is a Mauller. He came forward the entire time. He put pressure on. He did what he had to do. Got the knockout. Great start for the fight.
Skyler Mauller told us he loved to brawl. He said, I'll be measured, and then I will immediately turn up the pressure. The pressure from the inside, the mid-range, the pocket, the clinch. Framing, landing the overhand right, and that is the fight. The winner, by way of round 1 technical knockout, Skyler Mauller defeats Bryant McClain.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Why settle for average when you can have it all? Step into your local GNC and grab the full lineup. And get bucked up products like pre-workouts, lightly carbonated protein, energy drinks, gummies, and so much more. Every product, every flavor. Whatever your goal, GNC has the fuel. Stock up and get bucked up at GNC nationwide.
Blackout Coffee brings you the numbers for this bout at 155 pounds. Peter Barrett versus Nash Diederichs.
Peter Barrett with a slight 1-inch height advantage, also a 3-inch reach advantage. Not that much for this weight class. Let's see if it makes a difference, Sean.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division, presented to you by Blackout Coffee Company. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears red. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 155 1/2 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 1 victory opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada, here is Nash, the Ghost Diederichs. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears red, white, and blue. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, an even 154 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 24 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Abington, Massachusetts, here is Slippery Pete, Peter Barrett. And our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliana.
Peter Barrett told us, I expect a fast start off of scratch from Nash Diederichs. I'm going to counter off of his aggression. Round number 1. Taking himself backwards off of scratch is the Canadian Nash Diederichs. He's in the red trunks. Blue and white trunks for the American, Peter Barrett. Barrett immediately to the high, tight striking guard he talked to us about. There's a very fast jab from Diederichs. Diederichs right now in southpaw, but he takes a big right ahead. Hard on the step in from Peter Barrett. Quick separation from Mergliana, right back to it.
I'm impressed. He did not go down from that hard punch.
Diederichs now switching to ortho. Again, he is naturally right-handed.
You can see both these fighters are really trying to step outside that lead foot. Exactly what you're supposed to do with southpaw versus regular.
Crushing left hand, and that drops Nash Diederichs.
Diederichs was able to take the first one, not the second one. That was a powerful shot. He's hurt.
Up at 9 is Nash Diederichs. The assessment from Dan Mergliana.
He's got to be careful. He better tie up. If he gets hit one more time, he's going down.
Barrett immediately to the inside on the right hand, left hand. That staggers Nash Diederichs. Barrett trying to find the finish line here in round number 1. Back to it from Mergliana.
Diederichs needs to get on his bike. He needs to move or tie up. He can't sit there and trade punches at this point.
Huge left hand on the step in from Barrett, and knockdown number 2.
See if he gets up. I don't think so. Nope.
The count of 10. Victory in his BKFC debut with emphasis for Peter Barrett.
That was impressive. Diederichs is a tough competitor. Barrett's first fight, we talk about it all the time, Sean. You need a round to get how to figure it out. He didn't need it at all. Jumped all over his opponent, did Barrett. Looked like a veteran, looked like he'd been in, understood what he was doing, but man, it's usually a little bit of a learning curve, Sean, especially as a high-level MMA competitor. It usually takes a round or two to get a feel for this. He jumped on all over his opponent immediately.
Chris, you were, of course, part of that first wave of UFC fighters in the BKFC. Deep into this second wave comes Peter Barrett. Again, the UFC veteran, 2 in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, 1 on Dana White's Contender Series. A highly accomplished pro MMA fighter, showing his class, showing his skill set in this, his BKFC debut.
And Sean, maybe it was just back in my day, it was a brand new sport. Nobody really knew what they were getting into. Maybe he's studied, maybe he's watched, maybe he's trained the right way to understand the difference. There could be a big difference in this next wave coming through, Sean. Maybe they're going to come in already understanding the sport. If they do look anything like Barrett, they're going to have great success because he has the skill. Usually it's just a matter of taking the time to learn how to apply it. He applied it immediately.
Nash Diederichs is a really talented fighter. He is very elusive. And Peter Barrett solved the puzzle of Nash Diederichs' elusive movement immediately off of scratch. Heavy punches from the mid-range, heavy punches from the pocket, 2 knockdowns to the knockouts.
It was just those power shots that he landed. They did so much damage. You have to avoid those shots, and Diederichs was not able to do so.
Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Dan Murgliata reaches the count of 10, stopping this fight at 1 minute 30 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by KO, Slippery Pete, Peter Barrett.
All right, Slippery Pete. Gave him some slippery feet out there, man. Congratulations on that victory. First win in bare knuckle. How did it feel to take those gloves off? You look really, really comfortable in here, man.
I found my new fucking home. Let's go. Let's run it. Let's fucking run it. Let's fucking run it. Let's go. This shit's delicious. Dude, I lost my game-bred MMA fight in November, and I couldn't walk away from bare knuckle anything with a loss on my conscience. And you guys reached out, and I said, let's fucking go. So I'm looking forward to it. I want to do it again. I want to do it soon. Let's get some more names lined up. I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm home.
Well, you've been with a lot of big organizations, man. You know, you've had a great career. You're still young in your career. What makes you excited about being in the BKFC long term?
I'm a fucking veteran, you know? I'm 38. I'm about to be 39. I know combat sports. I fucking know combat sports. Put me in a boxing ring, kickboxing ring, fucking MMA, jiu-jitsu, wrestling. I don't give a fuck. I'm here.
I'd love to hear it, man. Slippery Pete, make some noise out here for Peter Barrett.
And Slippery Pete looked phenomenal in his first fight for us. You can just see that pedigree shines through Sean. Very good, very talented, and he transitioned over very well.
Peter Barrett told us, I will utilize highly calculated violence. Indeed, he did. No rush, all precision, all power, all class. 2 knockdowns to the KO. The winner by way of round 1 knockout, Peter Barrett defeats Nash Diederichs.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Why settle for average when you can have it all? Step into your local GNC and grab the full lineup. And get bucked up products like pre-workouts, lightly carbonated protein, energy drinks, gummies, and so much more. Every product, every flavor. Whatever your goal, GNC has the fuel. Stock up and get bucked up at GNC nationwide.
The numbers presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink for Parker Porter versus Dylan Cleckler.
Almost identical, only a 2-inch height advantage for Cleckler. The reach, both 76. You can throw the tail of the tape out the window on this one. Very even from that aspect of the fight, Sean.
Why you ever chose me? There's always been a mystery.
Dylan Cleckler enters 3-1 in BKFC. He's 11-1 in his pro MMA career. He's had 1 bare-knuckle MMA bout. Cleckler played college football at NCAA Division I level at the University of Southern Mississippi, where he was a linebacker. Chris, your keys to victory for Dylan Cleckler are presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
All right. Cleckler, very heavy hitter. He really has to push off that back foot and jab his way to get inside. And he needs to get off first. He knows his opponent's faster, so he can't wait to kind of get off first. And he needs to land that powerful right hand. That's his best asset. He hits hard. If he can land that right hand, he can do some damage.
In our fighter meeting, Dylan Cleckler told us, I want to counter-strike from the mid-range. Straight right hands, smart hooks, excellent head movement, and footwork throughout.
Well, he wants to do more boxing in this fight. He can't be a brawler anymore. He has to make sure he does not get hit.
Dylan Cleckler also told us, I absolutely cannot stand directly in front of my opponent, Parker Porter, and I cannot allow Porter to force me backwards.
He felt like it was imperative that he dictates when and where the fight happens.
Parker Porter. 1-0 in BKFC. He has had 23 pro MMA bouts, his last 8 in the UFC. Fixture keys to victory for Parker Porter are presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
All right, he has to be elusive in this fight and avoid those heavy power shots from Cleckler. Is a faster fighter here, so he has to utilize that speed. And he wants to frustrate his opponent, and that will create openings, and then he can land his own power shots.
Porter told us he is really focused on landing those hard, powerful, straight punches. Porter also said in our fighter meeting, I want to have a very active jab, constant in and out movement, as well as continual lateral movement. Porter said, I do not want to be stationary.
Utilize straight shots. He wants to start off slow, download information, a lot of feints, a lot of jabs, get a good read on his opponent.
Main event time. We send it back to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the main event. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Regulated tonight by the Mohegan Tribe Athletic Commission. Chairman James Gessner. Ringside supervisor in attendance Mike Mazzulli. The 3 judges scoring our main event: Brian Miner, David Peabody, Tom Carasone. And the 3rd man inside the squared circle, our referee in charge of the action at the bell, Big Dan Murgliata. And now, with our BKFC fans watching live worldwide on the BKFC app and Fubo TV, from the jam-packed Mohegan Sun Arena, fight fans of the great state of Connecticut, let's knuckle! Introducing you first. Fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears gray. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. His official weight, 243 pounds even. His BKFC record stands at 3 victories opposite a single defeat. He is a former BKFC World Heavyweight Title Challenger, fighting out of Pensacola, Florida, Dylan Bad Boy Cleckler. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears white. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 249 pounds even. He is an MMA veteran of 23 fights and holds a BKFC record at 1-0. Fighting out of West Hartford, Connecticut. Here is Parker Porter.
Parker Porter told us, I will use feints to draw out Dylan Cleckler. I feel that I will be much faster than Dylan Cleckler. Dan Murgliata bringing both fighters up to scratch the bell, round number 1. Gray trunks for Dylan Cleckler, white trunks for Parker Porter. Porter from the center circle. Cleckler immediately to the outside, circling to his right. Early stalking pressure from Parker Porter. There's the big swing with the right hand from Cleckler. These are 2 massively powerful heavyweights. On the right hand from Porter, left hand, big shots to the inside. Oh! Right hand, and that drops on the counter, Parker Porter.
Once again, these 2 guys, powerful strikers. Whoever lands is going to hurt the other one. They both knew it coming in.
Mandatory 8 count given to Porter by Dan Murgliata. The assessment right back to it. 1:15 remaining, round number 1. There's the left hand, huge crushing overhand right. Now the left hand from Porter. Counter right hand and the left hand from Cleckler.
Got Cleckler hurt badly. Got to be careful. He can't just get him.
Porter, right hand, and we are in 1 knockdown apiece.
And just look at the look on the face of Cleckler. He's hurt.
The count of 10. The cut from behind. Round 1
adversity, got knocked down early. It just made him enraged. He got up and he landed hard shots, put his opponent down.
Cleckler with the knockdown off the canvas. Porter with the knockdown to the 10 count to 2-0 with emphasis in BKFC.
So I talk about it a lot. You have to be careful when you get knocked down, when you get right back up. It depends on if your legs are underneath you. If you're not, you can't sit there and trade. If you're a step slower, you got to tie up. He felt that he was fine and he was right. Porter had his legs underneath him and he came back and he did damage.
One punch knockout power is a grossly overused term in combat sports. It applies here. Both Porter and Cleckler have one punch knockout power.
Both guys inside, landing hard shots. All it takes in this sport. Good job of pulling back for Porter. Looks like he almost threw one more shot.
Both fighters landing massive punches to the head. Phenomenal start for Cleckler on the counter, dropping Porter. Porter then immediately going on offense. Huge shots. Cleckler continued to land, then Parker Porter staggering Dylan Cleckler and then dropping Cleckler to the 10 count for Mergliata in the finish. Our crafted replay presented by Ford Styrostat.
Just little shots, it's landing. They weren't even landing clean, Sean, but they still did damage. Big, heavyweight, strong guys. If they land, it does damage. We knew whoever landed clean this heavyweight bout was going to get a knockdown or possibly a knockout, and that's what happened.
Parker Porter told us, I believe I will be faster than Dylan Cleckler. Cleckler looked really fast for a heavyweight, and Parker Porter looked really fast for a heavyweight as well.
And these two guys utilize speed. Cleckler did a great job of coming out early, getting a knockdown. But, I mean, Porter, that just enraged him. It looked like he wanted to get that back so quickly and so bad. He did a great job of doing so.
Directly from the UFC to BKFC, Parker Porter now 2-0 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata, reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute 8 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by KO, Parker Porter!
Happy birthday, boys.
All right, big happy Father's Day out there. Hey, listen, congratulations on that W. You know, he gave you a lot of power. You felt his power, but you gave it right back. Talk about this victory, man. Very impressive.
Well, first and foremost, this victory is even more special because if you look right over there in section 23, I got my twins and my wife, and today is actually their 12th birthday. So happy birthday, boys.
That's a heck of a present for him. Good job, man.
But aside from that being the accent, Cleckler's a really tough guy. Like you guys said in the introductions, former title contender, went on an undefeated tear, very talented, tons of power, felt the power, as you could see when I got dropped. Unfortunately for him, it didn't rock me enough to really put me down, and it just made me really mad. And I think it was at that point, he knew he bucked up.
He definitely knew that he bucked up. Man, I like you, Parker. Well done. You know, listen, this heavyweight division at BKFC is getting very, very deep. There are a lot of guys out there. When you look through that division, are there guys that you have your eyes on right now that you would love to get inside this squared circle?
5 minutes ago, I was just watching these guys, Jorgen De Castro and Josh Watson. Nothing but respect for the guys, but obviously I got to keep an eye on them for the radar because we're not just doing this for fun, man. We're out there trying to climb the ranks, and I want to take a run at that belt, man. I want to strap for that scrap.
I love it, man. One time, huge. Happy Father's Day to you, Parker Porter. Let's hear it one more time, Mohegan Sun, Parker Porter.
And Sean, I know it was a first round victory, but that could do so much for his career. Getting up off the canvas, understanding how to fight her. This could be great for him. I look forward to what this guy's going to do in the future.
Not without adversity and victory for Parker Porter. Both fighters immediately throwing big. Dylan Cleckler on the counter, dropping Parker Porter, and then Parker Porter off the canvas. The knockdown, the 10 count, and the win. In our main event of the evening, victorious by way of round 1 KO, Parker Porter defeats Dylan Cleckler.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Why settle for average when you can have it all? Step into your local GNC and grab the full lineup. And get bucked up products like pre-workouts, lightly carbonated protein, energy drinks, gummies, and so much more. Every product, every flavor. Whatever your goal, GNC has the fuel. Stock up and get bucked up at GNC nationwide.
Ball Boys brings you the numbers for this bout in the heavyweight division. Anthony Garrett versus Hayes Wilson.
And the biggest difference in all the teletapes tonight, Sean, Garrett with a significant 6-inch height advantage, but it's a 10-inch reach advantage. Hayes Wilson has to get inside. Garrett has to make it pay for trying to get close.
This is the BKFC promotional debut for Hayes Wilson, but in the sport of bare-knuckle fighting, Wilson enters 4-0. Wilson has a record of 48-10 in his pro kickboxing career. February 2022, Hayes Wilson in professional kickboxing was defeated by his opponent in this BKFC heavyweight bout, Anthony Garrett, by way of second-round TKO due to position stoppage. In our fighter meeting, Hayes Wilson said, "Yes, I want to get this win back." Of his opponent, Anthony Garrett, Hayes Wilson said, "I know he's going to try to land big power punches. I know that from when we fought in kickboxing. I have to be aware because he throws big, does Garrett, when he moves backwards. For me," Hayes Wilson told us, "I feel I'm extremely durable. I'm going to put my head in the chest of Anthony Garrett and let my hands go."
He has to utilize head movement to get inside. Doing so, he will go to the body. He's doing that to try and get his opponent to drop his hands, and then he's going to throw heavy hooks and heavy, hard right hands to the head.
Wilson, who is listed at 5'11" to Anthony Garrett, 6'5", said, "I'm going to use a deep crouch stance to explode forward to the inside. I cannot allow Anthony Garrett to stay long. I have to make this an inside fight."
He has to watch out for those uppercuts as he coming in. He knows, just like everybody knows, this is a range fight. If he can solve that range, if he can get inside, he wins that fight. That's what he needs to do. Worry about getting inside without taking damage.
Anthony Garrett is 2-0 in BKFC. His most recent victory occurred November of last year when he defeated LeVar Johnson by first-round KO.
And we're not going to see much footage on him because he hasn't been in the ring very long. 2 fights, less than 30 seconds. That's all it takes. This is a big, heavy-handed guy. If he lands punches on you, he's doing damage. Feels like he has complete belief. If his opponent, Hayes Wilson, comes forward, he's going to land punches. He's going to put him down just like he has everybody else in the BKFC so far.
Anthony Garrett enters 2-0 in Bare-Knuckle Fighting Championship. A combined 28 seconds for those 2 BKFC victories. Garrett has also had 17 pro MMA bouts, 3 in professional boxing. Garrett told us, "I'm going to throw hard right hands." Anthony Garrett is naturally right-handed. He said, "As always, I will keep switching stances, and I will always throw counters on my stance switches."
It's all about the straight punches. He feels like if he lands straight punches on anybody in the heavyweight division, he's putting them down. Doesn't matter if he's going forward, backward. He's proven that before. Just make sure you land those straight shots.
Of his opponents in this heavyweight bout, Hayes Wilson, Anthony Garrett said, "I respect him tremendously. Most of all, I respect his durability. I know that he can take shots. I feel that he is going to willingly take punches to get to the inside. Garrett said, either have to be all the way out or be heavy in the clinch.
So funny, everyone in this fight knows it's a range fight. It's about who's able to control the range. Whoever does that, it's winning. He knows his range is long. Stay outside and make your opponent pay.
Two extremely powerful heavyweights to get us started. Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Presented to you by Ball Boy, skincare for athletes. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears white trimmed in red, black, and gold. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, 254.8 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare knuckle fighting record at 4-0, and tonight makes his official BKFC debut. Fighting out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, here is the undefeated Hayes the Hooligan Wilson. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears leopard print. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall. His official weight, 265.2 pounds. He holds an undefeated BKFC record at 2-0. Fighting out of Kansas City, Kansas, by way of Dallas, Texas. Here is the undefeated Anthony, the Warrior of Christ, Garrett. And our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata.
Anthony Garrett said, I cannot flurry with Hayes Wilson. I have to time my power punches outside or in the clinch. Round number 1. Fast start off from scratch for both men. Yellow and black for Anthony Garrett, white and red for Hayes Wilson. Big swings on the inside. Nearly an illegal back fist from the halftime club. Now Wilson to the inside. Garrett throwing back heavy. There's a straight right hand from Anthony Garrett.
I'm surprised this is how Garrett's fighting. He has the reach advantage. He's trading.
Hayes Wilson now coming forward. Garrett trying to be very heavy in the clinch. Driving pressure from Anthony Garrett. You see the forearm framing right hand. There's the framing again from Anthony Garrett. And the separation from Dan Mergliata.
A lot of energy spent by both fighters.
Left hook to the inside. Big left hand from Garrett. On the counter, and that drops Anthony Garrett.
Once again, not sure why he wants to fight on the inside. Stay outside, stay long. Make your opponent pay for trying to get inside.
Both fighters running forward in the center circle. Right hand landed from Wilson. And we're at 1 knockdown apiece.
3, 4, 5, 6. Once again, Garrett still fighting inside. Belief in his power, belief in his ability to take a shot.
Coming forward on the hook, there's a hard right hand to the body by Hayes Wilson. 40 seconds remaining, round number 1. Left hand, right hand from Anthony Garrett. More big shots from right hand from Garrett. Garrett on the back foot, the right hand. 2-1 on the knockdown count in favor of Anthony Garrett.
I don't think he's getting up. He shook his head. No more. He's not getting up.
Time, game, set, match. Anthony Garrett now 3-0 in BKFC.
And that is not at all how I thought that fight would go. I thought it was an inside fight. That would definitely favor Wilson. I think both fighters involved in the fight knew that would favor him. But he got him off the canvas, got knocked down. We've seen him deal with some adversity. He passed with flying colors, Sean. And here's the second knockdown, just continuing to take hard shots. Right on the button, that right hand. No, that was the first one. Just trying to walk through these shots. You cannot walk through that many hard right hands. Heavyweights hit too hard. I think both these guys believe in the toughness of Wilson, but you're not eating those shots.
Our crafted replay presented by Forged Irish Stout. And Chris, without hyperbole, I believe that Anthony Garrett throws more effectively with power than any fighter, male or female, across all of our weight classes off of his back foot. Hayes Wilson showed his power. And as Anthony Garrett said of Hayes Wilson, he's tremendously durable. He showed his durability. Wilson dropping Garrett, then off the canvas as he was dropped for one knockdown apiece by Anthony Garrett. But then Garrett ultimately landing with power off of his back foot. The 10 count from Dan Mergliata. That is the fight. Anthony Garrett 3-0 with emphasis in BKFC's heavyweight division. Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Mergliata, steps in calling a stop to this fight at 1 minute 36 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Anthony, the Warrior of Christ, Garrett.
Garrett dealing with adversity for the first time, getting up off the canvas, getting that first round knockout. Fantastic job. This guy's future just continues to get brighter and brighter, Sean.
Hayes Wilson, in this his BKFC debut, entered 4-0 in the sport of bare knuckle. A strong start to this fight for Wilson, showing his power, his aggression, his tenacity, dropping Anthony Garrett, but then Garrett off the canvas, 2 knockdowns to the finish. The winner by way of first round KO, Anthony Garrett defeats Hayes Wilson.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Welcome to Connecticut, the Mohegan Sun Reservation, where just 400 years ago, the Pequot tribe clashed with English colonists. Now, it's a new type of war at the Mohegan Sun Arena. It's the athletes of the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. And we've got the holiday spirit, so we've decided to give you the first 3 fights free. Here's 3 bangers with a bow on them, fully loaded, getting you ready for the full card on the BKFC app. And now that's going to include this explosive co-main event. The Gorilla Ninja Pat Casey always comes to scrap 2-2 in the BKFC, but the undefeated David Sanchez riding high with 2 straight finishes in the BKFC, looking to go 3-0 to wrap up 2025. And in the main event, batting down the hatches, because this one's going to shake the rafters of the arena. The Warrior of Christ, Anthony Garrett, is a mountain of a man, 6-5, dominating 3-0 record, but not to be outdone is Connecticut's Parker Porter, 2-0. Both first-round TKOs here at the Mohegan Sun. This is Porter's house. He'll do anything to defend it. Live tonight on the BKFC app. And welcome inside the Mohegan Sun Arena. We love coming to this place, and how fitting that we are going to wrap up the year here in this arena. I'm Cyrus Fees. We got Fight Night Mohegan for you, an incredible night of fights to cap off an amazing year here with the BKFC. Now, folks, it's kind of crazy. We are wrapping up 2025 here, but we're going to be back in just 4 weeks to kick off 2026, and that's going to lead us in to Knuckle Mania 6. Now, this week we learned a lot at the press conference. Of course, on top of the card, Ben Rothwell, Andre Arlovsky for the very 3rd time. That is going to be for the BKFC Heavyweight Championship. We got Lorenzo Hunt, Yoel Romero, amazing. Bonner and Soto too, Masan Wong and Pittman. So many great things. Knuckle Mania 6, February 7th from the Xfinity Mobile Arena. We're looking to sell it out again and to break some serious records. Go to BKFC.com and get lined up for that. But there's even more. How about the BKFC? That's right, January 2027. You still got a whole year to get locked in. Scan the QR code on the screen right now and be a part of the very first combat sports event on the water. It is going down. BKFC SCA. You see what we did there. Scan that QR code. You don't want to miss it. We're going to Bahamas. We're having fights. Lots of soft serve ice cream. There's a lot of things going to be happening on that cruise, and we hope that you're going to be there as well. So here we are, Mohegan Sun. They're literally coming in here as we speak. This is where everybody in the Northeast comes to gamble, have a good time, and see big events, and that's what you're going to get here tonight. So let's go ringside to our commentary team, Sean Willock, Chris Lytle. Gentlemen, it's a heavyweight main event. That's a present I can get behind.
Thank you, Cyrus. Indeed, 2 elite heavyweights, Chris, in our main event. Parker Porter versus Anthony Garrett. In BKFC, these 2 heavyweights are a combined 5-0 with 5 first-round finishes.
Nobody wanting to go past 1 round, and these 2 guys have a sense of urgency. They both know this might be their last chance at that elusive world title. They both know this is a fight to make it happen. Whoever wins puts himself in a great position. That's why it's going to be a great fight tonight, Sean.
Tonight's fight odds are presented by BetBKFC.com.
You can see some good fights out, a lot of money to be made. I usually don't do the very first fight, but I really like Travis Demco at -233. I think that's a fantastic bet.
Alp Nicotine Pouches presents the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting, administered this evening by the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation. Punching in the active clinch is allowed. All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal, as are all takedowns and submissions. We open tonight here in Mohegan Sun with a bout in the lightweight division. The numbers presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink for Travis Demco versus Ashton Canelia.
And Canelia with a slight half-inch reach advantage. That's not much. Demco does have a slight 2-inch height advantage.
This is the BKFC debut for Ashton Canelia. His second bout overall in the sport of bare knuckle. Canelia's had 17 pro MMA bouts. Ashton Canelia told us in our fighter meeting, in this my BKFC debut, I want to be very calm, I want to be very patient, and I want to utilize smart, study pressure forward.
He knows what he likes to do. He likes to get inside. He wants to fight from there. Has to jab his way to get inside, throw to get in, and when he gets in, he's gonna stay inside.
Canelia said, on the inside, I'll work to the clinch, and I will be very heavy in the clinch. Canelia also told us, I want to continually stay in front of my opponent, Travis Demco. Of Travis Demco, his opponent in this lightweight bout, Ashton Canelia said, I definitely respect his boxing. I think Demco, Canelia said, uses his reach well. I don't think that he will be as rugged as I will be on the inside.
Absolutely. Feels like he wants to make this a dogfight. Doesn't feel like his opponent has that. His opponent wants to make a nice, clean, technical bout. That's not what he wants. Get inside, rough him up, push him around, make it his fight.
Canelia said, controlling the inside, that is my key to victory. This is the BKFC debut for Travis Demco. Demco is 8-1 in pro boxing, 5-2 in pro MMA. Demco told us, I feel that I'm an extremely adaptable fighter in boxing, in MMA, and I will bring that to BKFC. In this fighter meeting, Travis Demco also said, I want to stay long, be adaptable, and be smart from the outside.
Being smart, he says he has a very high fight IQ, knows he wants to utilize a lot of body punches, slow his opponent down, make it a much easier fight for himself.
Of his opponent, Ashton Canelia, Travis Demco said, I think he's mainly a wrestler in MMA, and I think that Canelia will try to clinch. Demco said, if we're in the clinch, I'm going to frame and then throw punches. That will be my quick exit.
But to make sure that doesn't happen, constant jabs, control the range. Every time his opponent steps close, he throws that jab. That's how he keeps him away.
To get our evening started here at Mohegan Sun, we send it to the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Hello, hello, hello! Mohegan Sun! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mohegan Sun Arena here in Uncasville, Connecticut. And we welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to the #1 bare knuckle fighting organization in the world today. No gloves, no mercy, no way out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BKFC Fight Night! We are now set for our opening fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. His official weight, an even 148 pounds. His MMA record stands at 16 fights, and tonight he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska, here is Ashton No Chance Canelia. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears lime green. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, an even 155 pounds. His MMA record stands at 5 victories opposite 2 defeats, and tonight he also makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Staunton, Massachusetts, here is Travis the Outlaw Demco. And our referee in charge of the action, John English.
Travis Demco said, I want to continually be first while moving forward. That is how I will win this fight. Call of knuckle up from the excellent referee, Jon English, who is making his BKFC debut in this bout, round number 1. Black trunks for Ashton Canelia, green trunks for Travis Demco. Feint on the double jab from Demco.
And you can see Demco trying to squat down, stay low, get more in his opponent's height to stop those overhand punches.
Big left hand lands from Demco.
Oh!
To the inside and to the canvas goes Ashton Canelia. Ruled as a slip by John English. Hard right hand on the inside to the left hand. Forward pressure for Canelia. The turn out from Demco.
Canelia landed a good left hand. Demco ate that very well and kept coming forward.
Big overhand left, overhand right. Good pullback defensively by Demco, eluding those two Canelia swings. Overhand right again from Canelia. To the canvas goes Travis Demco, ruled a slip immediately by John English, right back to it. Hard right hand on the entry from Demco.
And both these guys are winging punches, Joe. They're looking for the knockout early.
There's a right hand on the turn. 55 seconds remaining, round number 1. We're in the lightweight division. There's the duck under from Canelia, right hand. Demco resetting from the mid-range. Entry left hook from Demco. That was slick. Overhand left just off the mark.
And I love this fight, Sean. All power shots, not many jabs.
Counter right hand, another counter overhand right. Make it 3 from Canelia on the overhand right.
Canelia is landing those, but no effect. Demco just coming straight forward. No care for those punches. Doesn't bother him at all.
Big swings on the inside. Canelia on the exhale. Lands the overhand right again, does Ashton Canelia.
I mean, and that's got to frustrate you. If you're Canelia, you land those hard right hands and it does nothing to somebody, that frustrates you.
A high-octane, high-volume round number 1. Travis Demco versus Ashton Canelia. Both fighters in their BKFC debut. Swing and a miss from Canelia. The bell, we go to round 2.
Sean, there was probably most of the punches thrown and landed were power shots. You don't see that too often, but wow, that has to be frustrating if you're Canelia. You land several overhand rights. It did nothing to Demco. He continued to come forward. That is mentally frustrating. Demco landed a nice left hand. And look, you can just see the difference. And there's Canelia landed those overhands again. Demco coming forward. At least when Demco landed those punches, you can see it affected Canelia. And Canelia looks tired already. That's an exhausting pace, throwing nothing but fastballs. There's a reason the pitchers, they can't throw all fastballs. You got those changeups, curves. All fastballs really wears your arm out. Same thing in bare knuckle. You come out throwing nothing but hard shots. You only have so many you can do.
See the smear of blood under the right eye of Ashton Canelia. Canelia coming up to scratch. Joined at scratch by Travis Demco.
Good, round 2.
Round number 2. Demco starting round 2, measured off of the jab. See the southpaw stance of Canelia. Heavy feint from Demco on the feint step. Canelia opening his chest, looking to land the big overhand left.
Both guys have eaten some hard punches. They're trying to say, okay, maybe I'll throw some feints this time. Try to set it up a little bit more instead of just running in.
Jab from Demco, good pullback defensively from Canelia. Canelia on the feint step, rangefinder jab from Demco. See the measuring from Travis Demco.
You can
the mid-range.
You can just see Demco trying to set up an opportunity to throw that right hand. He's going to come winging with a wild overhand right.
There's a short right hand to step in, to step right back out from Ashton Canelia. Demco again keeping his composure. Travis Demco through the center circle again to the mid-range left hand. Canelia for the briefest of moments moved to ortho, right back to southpaw. Demco, as you see, staying in ortho using that high shoulder block. Shades of 1886 from Travis Demco.
What Demco needs to do, throw that jab, really work on Canelia, getting him to throw that left, and then he can counter with his own right hand.
Not a Superman punch, but a leaping punch from Ashton Canelia. Not a Superman punch, so that was legal under these unified rules of bare knuckle fighting. Right hand, left hand entry. Hard entry now from Canelia. Getting double underhooks right hand on this separation. Wide open in round 1, very measured. Thus far here in round number 2. Closing stages of round 2. You just heard the 10-second clack. Heavy feint from Demco, running forward again. Canelia on the left hand.
Canelia really starting to time his opponent with those overhand rights.
Next up, round 3.
Much more measured, tactical round from Canelia, and he landed several punches. Demco seemed to have problems entering.
That's what I'm talking about, my boy.
3 prelims coming your way, then it's our main card for Mohegan Sun. Scan the QR code on your screen to watch. You can also go online to BKFC.com. Our main event, pivotal in the heavyweight division. The UFC veteran 2-0 Parker Porter versus 3-0 Anthony Garrett.
And here's that awkward left hand coming in. Like you said, it almost looked like it was going to be a Superman punch. You're not going to see anybody do that in training. You're not used to that punch. Like, where is this punch coming from? So awkward, so unorthodox, it's hard to block.
It wasn't a Superman punch because there was no knee feint. It was literally just elevation off of the canvas.
And Demco has to figure out a way to throw those hard right hands without getting countered.
Round 3.
He can't come with just a naked right hand. Couple double jab in, then the right hand, follow that up with the left hook. He's got those combos, not just one right hand.
See the active footwork of Ashton Canelia to start round 3. Canelia overhand right, overhand left.
And Canelia is just chasing his opponent.
That's a clever turn from Demco off of the overhook to create space. Demco again, you see the high forearm, the heavy front shoulder, step in right hand, counter right hand right back. Now Canelia waving Demco forward after he landed the right hand. Shades of 1886 indeed, Chris.
And Demco just winded up with those right hands so hard. Canelia sees him coming, gets out of the way, counters. Just, I mean, Canelia's landing good punches. He's just not able to do much damage at this point.
Demco staying patient. See Demco again trying to work off of the jab, lead left hook, counter, and Canelia just missing. 60 seconds remaining round 3. Bartley closing the ring, Travis Demco, good turn from Canelia, overhook from Demco, and the heavy turn right back.
Step back, clean break, stop striking.
Time called by Jon English. That is a very rare eye poke in BKFC.
Stay right there.
5 minutes on the injury clock.
Hand open. Little thumb didn't look like it really went in the eye. There it is. Okay, yeah. That's probably just Demco getting a little bit tired. He's wigged a lot of punches. He spent a lot of energy. You get tired, you get a little sloppy, the hand opens up.
Dr. Michael Schwartz with the assessment. He is the chief ringside / cage side physician for the Mohegan tribe. Medical clearance from Dr. Schwartz of Ashton Canelia. Time and right back to it. Round 3 resumes. Canelia again active with his footwork. We saw that at the start off of scratch of round 3, and we saw that stepping in with the left hand.
And trying to step outside that lead foot is Canelia. That's exactly what you need to do when you're southpaw versus right.
Short right hand lands from Demco, back to the inside. And again, claiming that he was poked in the eyes, Ashton Canelia. Time called again by Jon English, and here come the boos from this Mohegan Sun crowd. Chris, we go 6 months in BKFC without seeing an eye poke. We've had 2 here in round 3.
And let's have a look. Putting the definitely, you can't really see from this angle, but definitely possible. Definitely has an open hand in the face.
Definitely was a face wash from Travis Demco.
And you have to wonder if this isn't, if it's Demco getting frustrated because he's not able to land these hard shots.
Ooh. There's a 1-point deduction on the second eye poke issued to Travis Demco by referee Jon English.
And that really has to put Demco in a bad spot. He has to get a knockdown here. He was doing good the first round. He's really slowed the pace here in the last couple rounds.
Step in left hand. Time in again, round 3. Again, you heard the 10-second clack late here in round number 3.
He's got to be kicked in it again.
Very precarious towards the eye.
Oh, he
right
did
back
it again.
To it from Jon English. And there is the bell. We move to round 4.
And Demco has got to quit having an open hand and pushing his opponent's face. Demco's getting extremely frustrated. He's having trouble landing those power shots.
So, Chris, as you think about the 3 Mohegan Tribe judges scoring ringside, if they saw that as a 10-9 round for Travis Demco with the 1-point deduction, that's a 9-9 round. If they saw that as a 10-9 round for Ashton Canelia, that then becomes a 10-8 round. If we go the distance, that might mean something. It might mean everything. It might mean nothing.
And, you know, the first round, very close. Both guys did a lot of damage. Hard to tell how they would have scored that, but I feel like Demco's hasn't been able to land as much these last few rounds. Canelia has been able to counter very effectively.
Round 4. Canelia takes himself off of scratch. Resetting round 4. Step in right hand from Demco, not there. An explosion forward from Ashton Canelia. Canelia through ropes 2 and 3.
That was a punch. That was not cousin Iowa.
Right back to it from Jon English.
And Demco feels like if he lands another good shot, he's putting him down because he hurt him.
Heavy forward pressure on the front shoulder, nearly leading with his head, Ashton Canelia. Canelia again claiming that he was poked in the eye.
Hold on,
this fight is over, and a win by disqualification for Ashton Canelia.
I didn't see. Did he put his finger in his eye? Why are they disqualified? That could be a huge mistake. I didn't get to see it, but we have to look at it. I don't know if he pushed it, but his hand is open, but you cannot see if he doesn't look like. I mean, see the fingers right there. Yeah, the referee did have a much better look than we did. You couldn't see what was happening. It's like the fingers don't look like they're in the eye at all. But maybe it was something else. Maybe it was a hand in there. I don't know.
Well, Chris, one theme that continues, Jon English is an outstanding and a very pedigree pro MMA referee. This is his BKFC debut. He has refereed house show bare knuckle in New Hampshire. But the theme continues. When high-level MMA referees come to BKFC, their first bout, something goes off of the rails. Yes, I'm talking about you, Mike Beltran. I'm talking about you, Gary Copeland. I'm talking about you, Kerry Hatley, and all of the rest. Something happens. It's not referee error. It's that the ball finds you. Something crazy happens in your BKFC debut as a high-level MMA referee. That's what we have here, a disqualification. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to repeated illegal eye pokes, our referee in charge of the action, Jon English, calls a stop to this fight at 34 seconds, round number 4, for your winner by way of disqualification, Ashton No Chance Canelia.
Crazy ending for this fight. I will say Canelia's really starting to figure out this sport, find his range, land good counter shots. I thought he was looking very good as this fight went on.
Eye pokes are exceedingly rare in BKFC. Also exceedingly rare, a disqualification. We had at least 3 eye pokes as ruled by referee Jon English, and we have a DQ as ruled by Jon English. Travis Demco, a very talented fighter, but the repeated eye pokes, the point deduction to Demco in round 3, the DQ in round 4. The winner by way of 4th round disqualification, Ashton Canelia defeats Travis Demco.
All the way live from Satellite 5, pure chaos today. It's another crazy jam-packed show. You never know what you're gonna get here.
Going viral across the internet, I wanted to try it at least once.
So when they slap that, it makes it extra red kind of thing?
With all the different things we got going on, we're going all over the world.
I'll beat the out of him. He'll be 500. We're here to break news, and I'll break necks if I have to. Saturday, January 17th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns. Julian Let Me Bang Lane puts his welterweight world title on the line against Dustin the Disciple Peg. No backing up, no excuses. Just fists and legacy. In the co-main event, pro boxer Jamal Herring steps into BKFC for the first time. Matt Guyman plans to make him question that decision and send him back to boxing. Don't miss a moment of the action. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
BKFC Fight Night Mohegan Sun is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink, Fubo TV, Rasha, Alp Nicotine Pouches, and by Atemi Law. To the light heavyweight division we go. Our tale of the tape is presented by Fubo TV for Joe Peters versus David Burke.
Okay, Sean. Peters only a 1-inch height advantage, 2-inch reach advantage. Not that much. These two very similar from the tail of the tape.
David Burke set for BKFC bout number 1. He has had 1 pro MMA bout. In our fighter meeting, David Burke told us, I want to have an extremely fast and an extremely aggressive start. If this bout moves past the 60-second mark, then I will slow down, move to the outside, and try to showcase my technique.
Well, Burke feels like he's bigger than his opponent, stronger, faster, has more power. He wants to have a high-paced fight in your face the entire time.
Burke also said, I want to be very active with my jab. I'll utilize excellent footwork, and I will throw power punches early to set the tone in my favor.
And he wants to utilize that clinch. Once again, he feels like he's bigger and stronger, wants to push his opponent around, has to avoid his opponent's overhands, but get inside, push him around, be the bully.
Joe Peters enters 1-0 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. His BKFC debut came this past June. Peters looked very good in defeating Drew Nolan by way of first-round knockout. Peters has had 9 MMA bouts, 2 in amateur boxing, 3 in amateur kickboxing. Peters told us, I'm going to showcase my skill set. I will have a smart and measured start. I will be extremely elusive on the outside.
Definitely wants to use more movement this time. He understands the range a little bit more. I liked one thing he said. He said, I'm going to fight in a Soviet style. That means very good, very elusive, very technical, and very smart.
We have heard that from Russian and Kazakh fighters, Chris. We have never heard that from an American fighter. As Joe Peters wants to use that 70s, 80s Soviet Union style, very classic striking style. Peters coming from Massachusetts, but that is a point well taken and well respected. Back we go to Jeff Houston.
Fight fans here at the Mohegan Sun Arena. We are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Presented to you by Fubo TV. Watch live sports and TV without cable, including BKFC on Fubo TV. Start your 7-day free trial at FuboTV.com. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black with multicolor print. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, an even 185 pounds. Tonight, he makes his BKFC debut, fighting out of Somersworth, New Hampshire. Here is David Burke. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears black and white. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, an even 186 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 1-0. Fighting out of Tewksbury, Massachusetts. Here is Joe Bam Bam Peters. And our referee in charge of the action, Edgar Lopez.
Joe Peters told us, I know David Burke my opponent in this light heavyweight bout is tough and athletic, but I believe if we go past 2 rounds, he will completely gas out. The bell, round number 1. Forward off of scratch in the multicolored trunks is David Burke. Black and white trunks on his back foot, Joe Peters.
Well, Burke's
and
trying
right on the naked too.
Burke's trying to throw those punches where he doesn't want it to go past 2.
Heavy, tight striking guard for David Burke coming through the mid-range off the right hand. Peters trying to stay elusive on the outside early.
Oh.
Great sportsmanship. Peters told David Burke, your mouthpiece is out, pick it up. That's what happened. That's why you then saw the sporting touch of hands. The jab of David Burke. Peters trying to step in on the left hand, couldn't find it. Peters, as you see, a much more open striking guard. Tight, disciplined striking guard for David Burke coming forward. Peters using a more open striking guard, trying to stay elusive, trying to land the counter off of the pressure of Burke. 60 seconds remaining, round number 1. Burke trying to subtly cut off the ring, and there's a double left hand into the canvas goes David Burke.
And that was just a jab that did the damage. You can see Burke didn't look like he was ready for it, knocked him off balance. Oh, he's got a good cut on his lip already.
Mandatory 8 count given to David Burke by referee Edgar Lopez. Peters now turning up the pressure to the inside. Right back comes David Burke, and we're at 1 knockdown apiece.
Boy, these guys are going after it. I love it. You can see Burke has that sense of urgency. See if he goes for the finish right now, because this is a fantastic fight. Peters is right in this fight.
Peters dropping Burke. Burke off the canvas to drop Joe Peters. Closing stages, round number 1. Overhand right from David Burke. Right hand just off of the mark. Right hand again. Big left hand, right hand. To the canvas goes David Burke, and that is ruled as a knockdown.
As it should be.
Came right off of the canvas through punches, but clearly a knockdown. Excellent refereeing and recognition from Edgar Lopez. The mandatory 8, the bell. 2-1 on the knockdown count in favor of Joe Peters. We go to round 2.
Coming to fight, both these guys. And look at that, is a nasty cut. And here's the first knockdown. Just right on the button. You can see that probably is what caused that first cut on his face. And here's Burke coming right back with hard, powerful shots. Yelling at his opponent. Like he just off balance got hit. Peters coming with that hard right hand, just ready to knock his opponent down after he'd already been knocked down.
I believe we will have a medical timeout. I see Dr. Michael Schwartz from the Mohegan Tribe, Department of Athletic Regulation, on the apron. There's the time. Edgar Lopez will now send Joe Peters to a neutral part of the BKFC ring, and here's the medical assessment. David Burke from Dr. Schwartz. This fight is over! Stopped on the cut! Joe Peters now 2-0 in BKFC.
And you can just see how upset Burke is. Felt like he had a great chance of winning this fight.
Would have been best fight of the night, just saying.
You can see Burke is furious at this point, just so mad that he didn't get a chance. Got that knockdown. All for naught. Wow.
David Burke obviously disappointing, but despite the loss, Burke did some very good things. Showed some real skill and power in this his BKFC debut. Our crafted replay presented by Forged Irish Stout.
That's all it took. A little overhand left that landed. That bone on bone. No glove to stop. That's what caused it. Wasn't that hard of a punch. It just landed perfectly, Sean.
But then Burke showing his character, his heart, and indeed his power off of the canvas to drop Joe Peters, and then dropped again by Peters, closing stages of round number 1. The medical timeout, so this officially will go down is a TKO due to physician stoppage, 2 minutes of round number 1. Joe Peters 2-0 in BKFC. David Burke, again, clearly disappointed. He wanted to continue, but He definitely showed power and he showed technique in his BKFC debut in this defeat.
And Burke, you can tell even in our interview, he acted like his opponent didn't even belong in the ring. He thought 100% he was going to walk through his opponent, not how it ended tonight.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of our ringside physician, our referee in charge of the action, Edgar Lopez, calls a stop to this fight at the conclusion of round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Joe Bam Bam Peters.
And Peters looked very relaxed, calm, got up off the canvas to get another knockdown. He looked phenomenal. I know it's unfortunate the fight ended like that, but that's all it takes. You land a good punch, get a good cut. That's his sport, Sean.
That's a nice moment between these two very talented 185ers, Joe Peters and David Burke. Both fighters showing power, showing character coming off of the canvas. 3 knockdowns in round number 1. Peters dropping Burke, Burke dropping Peters, and then Peters dropping Burke at the end of round 1. Before the start of round number 2, the physician stoppage, and that is it. The winner by way of TKO due to physician stoppage, 2 minutes of round 1. Joe Peters defeats David Burke.
Saturday, January 17th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns. Julian Let Me Bang Lane puts his welterweight world title on the line against Dustin the Disciple Peg. No backing up, no excuses, just fists and legacy. In the co-main event, pro boxer Jamal Herring steps into BKFC for the first time. Matt Guyman plans to make him question that decision and send him back to boxing. Don't miss a moment of the action. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
February 7th, Xfinity Mobile Arena.
This is the most entertaining fighting in fighting, man.
Fight fans of Philly!
Knucklemania 6 in Philly.
Heavyweights for you now. Diederichs Viana versus Aleem Whitfield. Our tale of the tape is presented by Alp Nicotine Pouches.
And Viana with a 2-inch height advantage, 2-inch reach advantage, 2.5 centimeter fist size advantage. Let's see if any of that makes a difference.
This is fight number 2 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship for Aleem Whitfield. He is 9-1 in pro boxing. Whitfield, an outstanding amateur under the USA boxing system. Whitfield competed in the 2008 U.S. Olympic boxing trials. In our fighter meeting, Aleem Whitfield told us, I am really focused on throwing more straight punches in this, my second bout in BKFC. I'm also really focused on using a much tighter striking guard.
He's utilized head movement. He figures he needs to counter a lot more in this fight. He's bigger, or he's stronger, he has more power, he's faster, but he has to utilize it.
Whitfield also told us, I want to continually be first. I will turn out and counter if my opponent Diederichs Viana clinches. I need to use lateral movement. I need to use smart pressure.
Not only does he want to be first, Sean, he wants to be last. He wants to make his opponent quit. But he's got to utilize that jab to get inside.
The Brazilian, now based here in Connecticut, Diederichs Viana. This is his BKFC debut. Viana has had 13 pro MMA bouts, including 1 in PFL. Viana told us, at the start of this fight, I'm not going to explode forward off of scratch. What I will do is smartly assess my opponent, Aleem Whitfield. I want to be very adaptable throughout. I will work to establish the clinch, but I will not rush recklessly into the clinch.
Well, he's going to utilize that jab quite a bit. Wants to push his opponent back. Lots of 1s and 2s, straight punches, make his opponent pay.
Viana also said, I cannot allow Whitfield to stay in boxing range, get comfortable on the outside. I have to put him against the ropes. I have to eventually work to the inside, be active with my clinch, be very active on the inside throughout.
He knows he's fighting a boxer. He wants to take his time, figure out his timing, time that jab, and then counter it.
Back to the ring, and Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Presented to you by Alt Nicotine Pouches. Introducing to you first. Fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black and red. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. His official weight, an even 238 pounds. He holds a pro boxing record of 9 victories opposite a single defeat. And tonight he toes the line for the second time. Fighting out of Geneva, New York. Here is Aleem the Hammer Whitfield. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears white. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. His official weight, an even 247 pounds. His MMA record stands at 9 victories opposite 4 defeats. And tonight he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Waterbury, Connecticut, by way of Porto Alegre, Brazil. Here is Guilherme Viana. And our referee in charge of the action, Edgar Lopez.
Guilherme Viana told us, I know Aleem Whitfield has power from the outside. I have to throw power with my jabs to work to the inside. Round number 1. White trunks for the Brazilian, now based here in Connecticut, Guilherme Viana. Black trunks for the fighter from Geneva, New York, Aleem Whitfield. Stopping pressure immediately for the Brazilian, Guilherme Viana.
Viana trying to stay right in his range.
Overhand right thrown by Whitfield. There's the jab from Viana.
Viana talked about utilizing the jab, talking about trying to make his opponent throw his and counter with the right.
Whitfield by design keeping his hands very low, trying to bait in Viana. Big swing and a miss from Aleem Whitfield. Swing and a miss again with the right hand to the inside. Heavy on the half-high plunge goes Viana.
You have to think that is the area Viana should excel, the inside. Oh, good body work, man. And Whitfield had just thrown a couple good body shots. Left his head wide open. It was just a jab that knocked him down. And look at the look of shock. Whitfield like, what just happened?
Right back to it off the mandatory 8 from referee Edgar Lopez.
And that's got to give Viana some great confidence on all he has to do is land punches.
Viana told us in our fighter meeting, I will throw power jabs. We just saw a power jab that put Aleem Whitfield on the canvas.
You got to be careful though, Whitfield power. He's coming winging shots.
Overhand right, that's blocked. Big shots, high tight striking guard. Well done defensively by Guilherme Viana.
Viana just looks so relaxed, so calm.
30 seconds remaining, round number 1 of this heavyweight bout. Audacious leaping left hook from Whitfield. Double right hand from Viana to the inside. Viana from the top one, short right hand. There's the separation from Edgar Lopez.
And that really favors MMA fighter who understands the inside fighting compared to a boxer.
Viana on his front foot, Whitfield on his back foot. Again, the big jab just off the mark from Viana. Overhand right, again a swing and a miss from Whitfield. We go to round 2.
And here's the good body work. Good 1-2, just a jab. Just a right and a left hand of the body. Whitfield then just a simple jab. Put Whitfield down.
Headed your way, it is our main card. Scan the QR code now. In this evening's main event, you will see a key bout in the heavyweight division. UFC veteran Parker Porter enters 2-0 with 2 first-round finishes in BKFC versus Anthony Garrett. Garrett, the 17-bout pro MMA veteran, is 3-0 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. All 3 of those victories by way of first-round knockout. And the luchador, Samurai del Sol, will be in the corner of Anthony Garrett. Set for round number 2 of this heavyweight bout. Our final prelim on this stacked BKFC Fight Night Mohegan Sun card. The BKFC 2025 finale. Viana versus Aleem Whitfield. To the canvas goes Whitfield, and there's the right hand.
Very unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a punch and not Whitfield down, but he was on the ground when he got hit.
Time called by referee Edgar Lopez. Viana immediately apologized, but that was clearly an illegal punch by Viana to the grounded Whitfield.
So strange. Whitfield coming in and ends up on the ground.
So that was not a knockdown sequence. If it was a knockdown, the knockdown would count, and then time would be called, but that was ruled as a slip by Edgar Lopez.
But it almost looked like the punch started to be thrown before his knee did hit the ground, or it's very close. I mean, I feel like he won't watch. Whitfield throws a punch. He's going towards the ground as the punch is being thrown. Here, the punch is being thrown as the knee hit the ground. So I don't know. I don't think that should be considered really illegal, but.
Chris, the same situation in MMA would be a knee to the head of a grounded fighter.
They're taking away a point, though.
There is the 1-point deduction given to Guillermo Viana, so that in essence cancels out his knockdown in round number 1.
Yeah.
1-point deduction, again, that's the punch. Illegal to the grounded Whitfield, not a knockdown off of the slip. So the knockdown by Viana in round 1. And now Viana losing a point here. Punching the grounded Whitfield on the slip in round 2. Right back to it, time in round 2.
I'd like to see Viana go with the body with those powerful shots.
The inside comes Aleem Whitfield. Whitfield back to the outside. There's the jab to the body from Guillermo Viana. 70 seconds remaining round 2. Hard left hook from Viana.
Both these guys are throwing some power.
Right off the 1-2. Double jab from the Brazilian left hook from Viana, showing his creativity. Whitfield loading up, taking himself to the canvas on the swing and the miss. It was a slip correctly, so immediately by Edgar Lopez. That was full rotation from Whitfield.
Look at that good head movement by Whitfield, just showing that high-level boxing while he's 9-1 as a pro boxer. Oh!
Big right hand from Viana, trying to time the head movement of Whitfield.
But that head movement, it's going to be hard to hit. That's why he needs to go to the body.
Controlling the head now from there. Time on Guillermo Viana. To the clinch. 20 seconds remaining round number 2.
Once again, easy to move the head, very hard to move the body.
Big overhand right by Whitfield, and Viana walked through it. Whitfield taking himself backwards. Viana staying on his front foot. And second black right to the body from Viana. Knockdown number 2.
There's that power, just different level. Another straight punch, that's it, that's it.
This fight is over. Welcome to BKFC, Guillermo Viana.
Let's go! You're fucking done. Hey, right hook is left hook cemetery. It's yours, big man. Let's go. Rock it down.
Guillermo Viana dropping Aleem Whitfield with the jab in round number 1. And in round number 2, Viana losing a point from referee Edgar Lopez as he punched with the right hand. The grounded Aleem Whitfield, who was grounded on the slip. Undeterred Viana, the left hook. And that proves to be the final punch of the fight. Game, set, match, Guillermo Viana. Let the celebration begin for the Brazilian based here in Connecticut. Viana is a quality fighter. I commentated him during his Bellator run. He then moved to PFL and now has made BKFC's heavyweight division that much deeper.
That's fun. Love it.
Aleem Whitfield,
I hear
such a slick heavyweight. You saw his movement. upper body and the head movement on the outside, but the power shone through as well as the persistence and the range control to the inside from Anthony Viana.
Let's go. Adonis Akai.
Big contrast in striking styles in that heavyweight bout. The MMA-based striking of Jeremy Viana.
My kids teach me the dance, the Victor dance.
Classic pro boxing striking style of Aleem Whitfield.
Something like that. My boys.
Whitfield told us he wanted to showcase active head movement. Indeed, he did. But Jeremy Viana ultimately snatching the half-tie plunge to, in essence, negate the head movement of Aleem Whitfield. And Viana landing hard on the inside. That left hook to the finish. Our strike stats presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. You see the accuracy rate of Jeremy Viana at 60% and 2-0 on the knockdowns. 1 in round 1 and 2 to the finish in round 2. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Edgar Lopez, steps in calling a stop to this fight at 1 minute 59 seconds, round number 2. For your winner by KO, Guilherme Viana.
Hey, congratulations on a great fight. You look phenomenal for your first time out here. Looked like you came out, you were landing some jabs that got the knockdown. Was that the game plan going into the fight?
Yeah, the game plans I always do what my boxing coach in Brazil teach me, Professor Fraga. You know, and I'm proud to represent him. Proud to have all those guys, Lucas, Nigel, the whole Viana Bros Fight Club behind, you know, supporting us. We build a nice community there. You're building champions out there, warriors.
Well, you look great out there, had a great MMA career. Can we see more of you in the BKFC? And if so, is there anybody you want to fight next?
Man, have a chicken from Cabo Verde who's talking a lot of bullshit. And I know he's fighting for you guys. So I love to challenge that. Mad Chicken de Castro, I'm here. Sign the contract. If not, I'll pay a visit in your gym. I'm a man. You are a chicken.
Okay, well, hey, thank you very much. Great job. I can't wait to see you again.
A quality win in his BKFC debut for Jeremy Viana. Again, Aleem Whitfield, a very pedigreed boxer, a 2008 U.S. Olympic boxing trialist, 9-1 in his pro boxing career. Whitfield wanted to stay elusive on the outside, but Viana heavy in the mid-range on the inside, the jab dropping Whitfield in round 1, and that left hook finishing Whitfield in round 2. The winner by way of second round KO, Jeremy Viana defeats Aleem Whitfield.
All the way live from Satellite 5, pure chaos today. It's another crazy jam-packed show. You never know what you're going to get here.
Going viral across the internet, I wanted to try it at least once.
So when they slap that, it makes it extra red kind of thing?
With all the different things we got going on, we're going all over the world.
And I'll beat the out of him. I think it'd be 500.
Fade the flag.
We're here to break news, and I'll break necks if I have to. Saturday, January 17th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns. Julian Let Me Bang Lane puts his welterweight world title on the line against Dustin the Disciple Peg. No backing up, no excuses, just fists and legacy. In the co-main event, pro boxer Jamal Herring steps into BKFC for the first time. Matt Guyman plans to make him question that decision and send him back to boxing. Don't miss a moment of the action. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. This is our 33rd and final card of 2025. To put that in perspective, in 2018, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship under the leadership of David Feldman, we did 3 shows, 33 this year. I think we're going to do 133 next year or so, I hope.
You've been talking today. That's what he says all the time. Yeah, we're going to do it. Yeah.
Our season finale, Chris, 3 prelims. The prelims, they always go so hard. We get finishes in our main card. We especially get finishes in our prelims. We just saw Guilherme Viana, the Brazilian, the Bellator and PFL veteran, now making our heavyweight division that much deeper, taking out the highly pedigreed amateur and pro boxer Aleem Whitfield in round number 2.
And that was the impressive thing. Viana, he looked phenomenal, but I mean, he's an MMA guy, a lot of ring experience, a lot of ring time, but man, those jabs were putting his opponent down. And you know, Whitfield's a phenomenal boxer, 9-1, looked really good, showed great head movement, but that power is a different thing, especially with the bare knuckle. It was those left hands, those jabs. This guy could be a special fighter. I want to get him in here more. I want to see him develop. I want to see him get used to this style because he could be a fighter. He's elusive, he's hard to deal with, and got some power.
So we just saw Guilherme Viana with the second round finish versus Aleem Whitfield, 159 of round 2. That did not make the top 5 of the year. Here is the top 5. Let's start with Kane Tomlinson Jr. versus Pat Sullivan at Knucklemania 5.
And what a knockout that was. It quieted the crowd. That was crazy. Oh, look at that power. Big Ben Rothwell just won the title with that one big right hand. And look at Borga versus Hannah Reagan, high-level fire, that double right hand, the first female complete knockout, put her down. Oh, and this was a comeback of the year. I think knocked down 3 times earlier in the fight. Out of nowhere, totally gets the flow of the fight. Oh, and we all remember this one. This was in a title fight. Lorenzo Hunt coming back after a knockdown twice in the first round. He's done that more than once, Sean. Unbelievable comeback. Nobody does that in a career, let alone twice.
Chris, those were our top 5. I think we could have done a top 105.
Oh, it's been unbelievable here these last few months, especially every fight. Every card we're putting on has been better than the next. I mean, we'll have 9 fights, 8 knockouts. Last one, 12 fights, 12 stoppages. It just keeps getting better.
Mohegan Sun is truly one of the best fight venues, not just in the U.S., but worldwide. It's our conclusion to 2025 this evening at Mohegan Sun, and it's our 2026 debut right back here at Mohegan Sun. BKFC 86, January 17th. The top 4 fights on our 2026 Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship premiere, presented by Diesel Laptops.
And Blair, I think he had a 1-second knockout. Hearing an Olympian coming, I mean, in that main event, Julian Lane, but great peg, one of our best. I cannot wait for that main event.
We're at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. Scan the QR code to watch our main card, which is headed your way at the top of the hour. A very intriguing co-main event set for the middleweight division. Pat Casey, 19 fights in his pro MMA career. This will be his 5th bout in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Casey has shown his power. He has also shown his athleticism and his skill set. A pivotal fight at 175 pounds for Pat Casey. And for his opponent, David Sanchez. David Sanchez has been spectacular thus far in his BKFC career. 2-0, a first-round finish, and last month, a
Saturday, January 17th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns. Julian Let Me Bang Lane puts his welterweight world title on the line against Dustin the Disciple Peg. No backing up, no excuses, just fists and legacy. In the co-main event, pro boxer Jamal Herring steps into BKFC for the first time. Matt Guyman plans to make him question that decision and send him back to boxing. Don't miss a moment of the action. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
February 7th, Xfinity Mobile Arena.
This is the most entertaining fighting in fighting, man.
Fight fans of Philly! Knucklemania 6 in Philly.
Tonight we're live from Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, where the holiday season gives way to something far more brutal. This is Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. where the true warriors fight, like Crystal Von Veek, who looks to keep her rise unstoppable. Cito Navarro brings precision wrapped in violence. Gary Bolletto, who steps into BKFC at the peak of his career. And Peter Barrett searching for another lights-out moment. In the co-main event, Pat the Gorilla Ninja Casey, dangerous everywhere, anytime, toes the line with David the Sandman Sanchez, undefeated and untouched beyond round 2. Then, heavyweights collide in the main event. Parker Porter, undefeated and destructive, meets his toughest challenge yet in the fellow unbeaten Anthony the Warrior of Christ Garrett. It's the final Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship event of the year, live in Connecticut. This is BKFC Fight Night, Mohegan Sun, and it starts right now.
Knuckle Fighting Championship is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. We're in Connecticut, the Constitution State. We are here at the fabulous Mohegan Sun Casino and Resort. It's a world at play. It's like any other holiday party except for a whole lot of face punching all night long. The BKFC is back at Mohegan to cap off 2025. And let's take a look at this main card. Now, we got a fully stacked main card here, but you got to love Tracy Johnson, Chase Gormley, big heavyweights in our feature bout. In the co-main event, Pat Casey's back. David Sanchez is back. Sanchez undefeated, but Casey coming after him with that 2-2 record. Great co-main with the middleweights. And in the main event, heavyweight action. Parker Porter, that's right, New England zone, Connecticut zone, taking on the undefeated wrecking machine that is Anthony, the Warrior of Christ, Garrett. Big time heavyweight action here at Fight Night Mohegan. And here we are, folks. We are here in the Mohegan Sun Arena. So many big events come here. Like I said, the entire Northeast comes here to play, and they come here for big events, and that's exactly what we are getting tonight. Now listen, we have already had some incredible action with our first 3 fights, and it's only going to get better for here. But if you're looking for that best last-minute gift, I got something for you. Get out your phone right now, and I want you to scan that QR code on the screen and get the BKFC SEA. That's right. It's the first ever BKFC cruise, and it goes down January of 2027. I was going to say next year, but we're just a few days away from that. January 2027. Don't miss it. Scan the QR code. Incredible last-minute gift. And here we are. We are wrapping it up here in Mohegan Sun. We're going to start off next year in Mohegan Sun on January 17th. But let's get right back to the fights. I know you're ready. I know I'm ready. Sean Wheelock, Chris Lytle, are you guys ready?
It is indeed our 2025 BKFC season finale, show number 33. You look at all of the combat sports promotions across the world: MMA, boxing, Letway, hybrid, Muay Thai, submission grappling. We are in the top 33 events back at Mohegan Sun. We've already had 3 great prelims. We have not gone to the judges' scorecards. We might not tonight, Chris, with our main card. And as we talk about finishes, we talk about 2 natural-born finishers in our heavyweight division main event. Parker Porter, the UFC veteran, 2-0 in BKFC, 2 first-round finishes. Anthony Garrett, 3-0 in BKFC, 3 first-round finishes.
And Sean, both these guys know this fight's about one thing, distance. I know it, you know it, they know it. It's about who can control that. Garrett, 8-inch wingspan, longer than his opponent, wants to stay outside. If he can control that range and make it hard for Porter to get inside, he's going to have great luck. If Porter gets in and land those power shots, he's been devastating, so that should be great. With whoever wins, it really sets himself up for a title run.
We open our main card tonight with about at 155 pounds. The numbers presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink for Rico DeShulo versus Stash Kirkendall.
And Kirkendall, slight 2-inch height advantage, 2-inch reach advantage, and he wants to utilize that.
Stash Kirkendall now set for BKFC bout number 2. He is 6-1 in his pro MMA career, 1-0 in his pro boxing career. Kirkendall told us in our fighter meeting, I will keep coming forward and do so behind punches, and those will be very active straight punches.
He understands a lot more about this sport now, knows you have to have better defense. You can't come in with your chin up, your hands down. You have to be smarter. He wants to stay long, circle the entire time, counter as his opponent tries to come in.
Kirkendall said, I will explode to the inside, but then I will explode right back to the outside. I want to be technical, and I want to continually be first.
He wants to utilize that jab. He knows he has a little bit of a reach advantage. Stay long, stay outside, make your opponent pay.
Rico DeShulo enters 1-0 in BKFC. He's 11-2 with 1 no contest in his outstanding pro MMA career, which saw him fight on Dana White's Contender Series June 2018. DeShulo, a cast member, season 31 of The Ultimate Fighter. And Rico DeShulo is my broadcast partner on the outstanding MMA promotion based here in New England, Combat FC. DeShulo told us in our fighter meeting, I'm going to be very patient. I will utilize controlled aggression, active feints, fight from the center of the ring.
Well, DeShulo figures he's very good at dictating the range, deciding when and where the fight happens. So he wants to make sure he's doing that in this fight, making sure he's avoiding all those wild punches from his opponent.
DeShulo prides himself on being a very intelligent and very skillful fighter. He said, I cannot allow Stash Kirkendall to push me against the ropes. I know DeShulo said Kirkendall is going to be very aggressive. I have to be aware of his big swings. I have to fully commit when I see openings in those big swings.
And he has to utilize his feints to set his opponent up, make him go where he wants, and then counter.
This is intriguing in the lightweight division. To get our main card started from here in Mohegan Sun, we go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next fight of the night is scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears white. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, 155.5 pounds. His MMA record stands at 6 victories opposite a single defeat. And tonight he steps into the squared circle ready for bare knuckle fight number 2. Fighting out of Fort Smith, Arkansas, here is Stash Flash Kirkendall. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and gold. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, an even 156 pounds. His MMA record stands at 14 fights and holds a BKFC record at 1-0. Fighting out of Peabody, Massachusetts, here is Rico DeShulo. And our referee in charge of the action, Edgar Lopez.
Stash Kirkendall said, I have to utilize excellent defense. I have to be extremely technical throughout. The bell, round number 1. Forward off of scratch comes Stash Kirkendall. He's in the white trunks, black trunks for Rico DeShulo. DeShulo, jab to the body, big step in right hand from Kirkendall. Right hand, right back, huge swings on the inside from both men.
And Kirkendall's chin is still straight up in there. He's got to be careful. He's going to get hit and he's going to get put down if he's not careful.
All stands for Kirkendall on the overhand right. DeShulo out to the inside on the left hand. Counter right hand lands from Kirkendall. DeShulo landing right back. Huge right hand to the inside. Right hand down goes Stash Kirkendall.
And Kirkendall, once he gets that chin up, he's got to work on that defense. Tuck the chin down.
The count of 10 and a lightning strike win for Rico DeShulo.
And DeShulo out there high-fiving Dave Feldman. Fired up after that quick win. believes in his power, feels like he adjusts so well to different ranges. Got hit with a couple good punches, but came right back. And look at he cut his opponent's eyelid. That wasn't going to go much longer anyway. Just coming with power shots, overhand rights, left hand's like I said, he ate a couple shots. Kuykendall came to fight, but look at this. Ate a good left hand to Kuykendall, and here's the end. That right hand, followed by the left. Too many shots unanswered. When you get hit with one, you don't see the next one coming, and that's what hurts you.
Our crafted replay presented by Forged Irish Stout. Kuykendall was landing the right hand, but then DeShulo to the inside, showing his speed, showing his timing, showing his accuracy, and showing his power to the finish. Rico DeShulo most definitely a 155er to watch in BKFC. The Ultimate Fighter and Dana White Contender Series veteran, now 2-0 in BKFC.
Nice, Rob. I see it. I got it like hit me with all the
Stash Kuykendall is a really talented fighter again. 6-1 in pro MMA, 1-0 in pro boxing. He was landing early, but DeShulo exploding to the inside for the finish. Here's Jeff Houston.